Hi there, this is JCGTV. Welcome back to my channel, and for today we are going to have a new tutorial, and it's all about creating selection using pen tool. For this tutorial we will be using the tools, the move tool and the pen tool, and the commands that we are going to utilize are Control D and Control T. And for the activity for today, we are going to have a digital anachronism, or basically a basic photo manipulation. To begin our tutorial, we need to have a canvas. I created a 4x6 canvas with 300 resolution. As you can see, the width is 4 and the height is 6. The resolution I've set is 300. Okay, and all of the image that I'm going to use are also in terms of inches, and the resolutions are at 300 as well. Okay, so okay, so our next tool is the pen tool. Okay, and the pen tool is probably the most powerful tool in Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. It allows artists to create shapes and free curves, and the pen tool is all about drawing paths. Okay, to make selection with a pen tool, we simply convert the path or paths we've drawn into selections. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to create a path. Okay, let's use this blank canvas. Okay, and I'm going to draw a path using this pen tool. All right, click on the pen tool and then draw a path. To draw a path using a pen tool, you need to click on a starting point, to create a starting point, I mean, and then click on another point. Okay. In this case, we have created a path, a straight line path. But if we want to make it curve, then we need to have another um, point for us to adjust it and to make it curve. So you need to click on any segment or in any part of this path to create another point. So click on that, and then you can see that there is another point created. Okay. After that, you need to hold the control key on your keyboard and then drag your mouse. Okay. And then release. So we have created a curve path. Okay. Okay, let's delete. Right click on it and then delete. Or you can simply use your delete key on your keyboard. All right. So I hope making path using the pen tool is now clear to you. The next thing to do is to convert a path into a selection. For example, I'm going to use my pen tool again, and then I'm going to draw a shape. Okay. And then what you need to do is to right click on that path and then click on make selection. Okay. And then make sure that it is set into 0 and then press OK. In that case, we have created a selection. Okay, so I hope that's clear. So I hope making a selection from the path you've drawn using the pen tool is now clear to you. All right, so let's apply it using our digital anachronism. But first, let me define what a digital anachronism is. First, let us define what is a digital anachronism. When we say anachronism, it's something or someone that is not in its correct historical or chronological time, especially a thing or a person that belongs to an earlier time. Okay, so it is done in a computer or a software like Photoshop or Illustrator. That's why it's digital anachronism. So I have here an image of Mona Lisa, and a cell phone, a cell phone that is present in modern times, and Mona Lisa that was painted in Renaissance period. So if we combine these two images, we will be having a digital anachronism artwork. It is a combination of two or more images from different periods. Okay, so let's create our digital anachronism. So first one is to transfer the Mona Lisa to our canvas using your move tool. Okay, click on the image and then drag it to your canvas. So it's big because the size of this Mona Lisa, as you can see, is 15 by 20 inches, while our canvas is just 4 by 6. So we need to um, transform this image. Okay, Control T to transform, and then move the handles, and then adjust. So I think that's good. Okay, and you can see on the layer panel that Mona Lisa was created there as layer 1. So let's rename that. Double click on your layer 1 and then type in Mona Lisa. Mona. Okay. And then after that, let's go to this one. So so what I need here in the picture is just the hand and the um, cell phone. So we need to select it first, no, using our pen tool. So I'm going to use the magnifying glass. Oh, sorry, zoom it out. Zoom it out. Okay. So all you need to do is to follow the curves of the hands and the cell phone and make a selection. So let's click on the pen tool, click on starting point. Okay. Um, click on that. Click on somewhere between those 2 points and then control hold the control and then move. Okay, so it follows the curve of the image. Next one, click on that. Okay, I think we need to adjust it, so click on somewhere between those 2 points, hold the control key and then move. Next one, click on that. I guess that's okay now. Let's move here. Click on that. By the way, I'm using space. Oh, sorry. Click on that and then hold the control. Okay. Space to navigate where you are zoom in. Sorry. Click on that. So I think that's good. Click on that. So let's follow the curve. Click on any of, click somewhere between those 2 points and then hold the control key and then move that. Another way of following the curve of the image is to click and then drag. As you can see, you can adjust. I'm still holding the left left click of my mouse. So instead of instead of using the first one, the first technique, you can also use this technique. Okay, click and then drag so that it will create a curve, and then you can easily get the curve of the image. But you need to go back here and then press Alt, click on that. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm done tracing the curves of this image, and the last thing to do is to close the path by clicking on the starting point. Okay, as you can see, so I connected the last dot to the starting point. So now we are going to create a selection using this path that we've drawn. So right click on the path and then click on make selection. So now we can move this portion of the image to our canvas using your move tool. Okay, using your move tool. Okay, and then click on that and then drag it to your canvas. Voila. And then Control T to transform. Okay. As you can see, there is a white area there, so you need to remove that as well. Um, Again, after drawing the path, you have to right click and then make selection and then OK. And then you can just use the delete key on your keyboard to remove that white portion. Control D to deselect so that the selection will be removed. Okay, so now that we have the the cell phone, no, the hand with the cell phone, what we are going to do next is to duplicate the Mona Lisa layer. How are you going to duplicate? You can drag it. You can drag the layer to the plus sign here on the layer panel, or you can right click on the layer and then look for duplicate layer and then OK. So another layer of Mona Lisa is created on your layer panel. So now what we are going to do here, so let's reorder the layer. Let's rename this cell phone. Okay. So let's reorder the layer. Let's move the Mona Lisa copy at the top of the phone layer and then Control T. Okay. And then make it smaller. So what we are doing now is we are actually fitting Mona Lisa here on the screen of the on the screen of the cell phone or the mobile phone. Let's click on phone layer. So we are editing now the phone layer. We are getting the screen of the layer. So we are not going to remove this portion. However, we are just getting the the size of the screen. So the best thing to do here, aside from using your selection tools, is to use your pen tool. Okay. Again, zoom it in. Okay, and then you can um, click, follow the curves, and then close the path. After closing the path, okay, what we are going to do next is to go to Mona Lisa layer, the copied one, the duplicate copy, I mean, and then put it over the cell phone. So now what we are going to do next is to make a selection from this path, no? But the selection will be applied on the duplicate layer of Mona Lisa. So right click on it and then click on make selection and then click OK. So now the selection is now on the duplicate layer of Mona Lisa or the Mona Lisa copy. Okay. And then to reverse, since We don't want Mona Lisa to be removed from the image, from the artwork. No, we are just going to remove the excess of part of that layer. So what we are going to do is to reverse the selection, Control Shift I. So the selection is now reversed, and then click on Delete key on your keyboard to remove the unnecessary parts of the duplicate layer. Okay, Control D to deselect. Okay, now what I'm going to do to make it more realistic, no, what we are going to do or to so now I'm going to put some effects using the blur tool on the first layer of Mona Lisa. So the Mona layer, okay? Um, let's make it blurred, okay? You can use the blur tool and smudge and apply it to the layer of Mona Lisa, the first Mona Lisa. However, in this case, we can also use the filter and then blur. Okay, so the filter will be applied here on the Mona Lisa, the original layer of Mona Lisa. So let's apply lens blur. Let's click on the lens. Okay, let's blur the first layer of Mona Lisa by going to filter and then blur. Let's use the lens blur. Okay, and apply some blur on it. Okay, just like that. I think that's okay. And then press OK. So that's it. Okay. And then the last thing to do is to save your file. Go to File, save it as JPEG. Save it to your computer first. Um, digital. Let's name it as Digital Anachronism. So I think that's it. So we have created a digital anachronism artwork, and then OK. All right, so that's all for today. No, we have used the pen tool in creating selection, and we have utilized the move tool, the pen tool. The commands that we have used are Control D and Control T. We have created a simple digital anachronism artwork. Okay, so that's all for now. That's all for now. This is JCGTV. I hope you have. So I think that's all for now. I hope you like our tutorial today, and if you have some other topics that you want me to discuss, you can comment it below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, and bye bye.